Okay guys, so we're back with another video. Now, in this video, we're gonna talk about, is Cardi B jealous of CAY Benji? Now, I want some people to understand, this is a tea channel. You cannot come to a tea channel complaining about tea that is being spilled on your favorite celebrity, but then when it's the same thing with another celebrity, you're there cheering on, right? It's highly hypocritical of you to wanting to control a tea channel and wanting to tell an adult what to do. That's what you tell your kids, and many of you cannot even speak to your kids, okay? So everyone is entitled to their opinion, suggestions, feedback, welcome, but you have to remember that you're not speaking to nobody's fool, honey. Oftentimes, because people in first world country have been misled to think that if you have an accent and if your words are not put together and you're not speaking rhetorics, then you're uneducated. And I want you to know ahead of time that that's not the case. You have been brainwashed and you have allowed yourselves to be narrow-minded into such brainwash false narrative. Also, you have to remember, English language is not the only English that exists in the world. You also have to remember that there's English UK. Now, another beautiful thing about Jamaicans is that we may sound Scottish, and it's because of our history. So I may say some stuff that you think I'm not saying English or proper English, but to you, it's not proper English. Elsewhere in the world, it is proper English. Like outside the United States, it's proper English. My English study was not United States English. It was UK English, right? And as such, there are words and phraseology that I often use that I get corrected on that is not incorrect. And there are things that I get corrected on that is in fact incorrect, okay? So, without further ado, in this video, we're going to talk about the queen of all birds, Cardi B. She holds that mantle until she starts choosing better. As I've said before, we ain't gonna force her. It's not our place to force her. But what I'll say is that I appreciate her for living such a messy life, a messy, unproductive life in terms of her intimate life. I appreciate her for living such a messy, unproductive, intimate life, because while it's not giving life to her, it's taking away from her. It is in fact giving life to us, the content creators. She gives us more to talk about. She gets mad when she cannot control the narrative because she wants to be in the hip-hop industry. She wants the money. She wants the award, but she is not willing to take the unpleasantries of it. No, I'm not saying that anyone should go around unwarrantedly promoting unpleasantries against her. I've seen where people say, mind your business. It is my business. Cardi B's life is a library. It's an open library. It's a public library. Anything that's in a public library belongs to the public. The court of public opinion, it is always in session, but it's never, ever legally binding, okay? People can say anything about me that they want to. Is it legally binding? Absolutely not. And I'm smart enough to know that, you know? But let's get into this video. Is Cardi B envious of CAY Benji? Does she get jealous when Stefon Diggs' baby mamas are around him? And I think the answer to that question, I'm going to answer it. Pick me for this. Yes, I think she gets jealous. I think she is competing with girls who really don't see her and don't even remember that she exists. I think that when you look at Stefon Diggs' baby mamas, with the exception of Cardi B, they all exude the queen energy that Cardi B should be exuding, but for some reason, Cardi B has so much available to her, so much to her advantage, but she chooses to be messy, ratchet, and ghetto consistently. Now, as you guys know, it was last weekend, I believe, that is her last name Benji? Because I'm a Jamaican, you know. I'll look at someone, know their first name, and I'll be like, Benji would be a suitable last name for you. I'm going to call you that. CAY Benji. I don't know why we're like this as Jamaicans, but I promise you, that's how we think. And we'll be so convinced that's your name that you can't tell us nothing because we believe it's cute based on your appearance, based on your personality. Like, it's cute, right? So, it was last weekend, I believe, Kay, we saw the video clips of her celebrating her daughter's birthday with Stefon Diggs, right? And after that, you know, the clip went viral. Kay posted her other son, her other child, which is a son as well. And, you know, she was just in her mommy mode. And Kay was posting some photos. I think she was doing a brand deal for a hair company. But when I tell you that Kay looks so young, so beautiful, she gives this aura of composed, I know what I want. I'm going to focus on my child and my bag. This man is messy. I've uncovered that he's messy. And I'm just going to try my best to co-parent with him. But ain't nothing else going on beyond that. Kay gives a serious corporate woman. This is my first impression of Kay, and I'm going to have to say it's a good impression. It could be very well that Kay is quite the opposite of her first impression, but normally they say first impression lasts or first impression kills, right? So Kay's first impression, when I say it kills, doesn't mean that it kills everything that she does after this. How I term first impression kills, and how for us as Jamaican terms, first impression kills, it does more than last. Like, it kills people to see you exuding such beauty, such class, such elegance, such, you know, aura. So I believe Kay's, you know, first impression on us is killing Cardi B. Because after Kay came out with her baby girl's birthday party, posting her son, we see Cardi doing all the activities with her child, with her kids, because she was at Wave's baseball game, and she was then teaching Culture how to beat up Wave, and, you know, so that Wave would learn to fight back. And when I saw it, I was like, Cardi B's mad Stefon Diggs she doesn't like it. I think what she feels is some kind of resentment that this man, because I've learned that he has also put her on timeout, allegedly, because of that public spat that she did, which has potentially caused a dent in his career. So much so that the podcast bros have been telling Stefon Diggs to ditch Cardi B. She is becoming a liability rather than more of an asset. At first, they thought she was a good asset to Stefon Diggs, but then they realized that she's a huge freaking liability, and they started narrowing it down, and they did a good job of breaking it down. We also already know that a lot of these podcast bros, many of them were never on the female side. So already Cardi B was at this great disadvantage wherein you slip, you slide. But with that public spat, Cardi B did more than slipped. She did more than slide. That was a landslide, honey. That was catastrophic. So now, after Kay did her thing with her babies and did her brand deal promotion, the girl looks snatched, okay? She looks gorgeous. We saw Cardi and her kids, and I was like, I haven't seen Cardi and her kids, like this, back-to-back videos and stuff in her mommy mode. It's like, it's giving childish competition. Like, I'm competing with you because you're showing off your kids and you were over there with my baby daddy showing off your child. And I'm the celebrity. I should always be the prize. But Cardi B does not realize that she's just another girl. And that's just the truth. And I cannot help but say it really does give elementary kind of behavior, if that's honestly what I get from it. It may not be the case. It may not be so. But it gives elementary behavior. So a mother can't spend time with their kids and post it on social media? No. It gives, I'm competing with Diggs because he was out there with his baby mama having a party. Then Kay was posting her kids. And you're not more than me. I can post myself with my 2 kids too. Here I am doing this. I'm not sure what I'm doing, so let me be ghetto and ratchet as per usual. I'm not even going to teach my kids a little class. I'm going to have them out here being ratchet like me. Like, I don't want the generational curses to be broken because that's what it gave, There's nothing wrong with teaching your kids to fight back, but I think Cardi B has too much money to be thinking ghetto, walking ghetto, talking ghetto, acting ghetto, and raising her kids ghetto. She says that her daughter is around a lot of Jewish kids. A lot of those Jewish kids are in martial arts classes, get wave and culture in them as well, because teaching your kids the way to defend themselves is one thing, but teaching them how to do so is a completely different thing. And your kids are growing up in a world where no one cares if they're Cardi B or Offset kids, especially the police. And I think martial arts teaches discipline, self-discipline, how to handle different scenarios, and I think it would do a lot for them. But I'm just saying, what are the chances that Cardi B came out in her mommy mode and was showing off the same time that Kay was? So is it that she is competing or impressing on Stefon Diggs? Like, here, I spend time with my kids too. Or here, CAY Benji, I'm just as good as a mother as you too. It gave a sense that she was putting out competition where it wasn't needed. It wasn't wanted. So just be normal about life and live your life on your terms. You can be inspired by others, of course. Ain't nothing wrong with that. But it gave the sense that she was too desperate and she wants to compete. But the other girls, they keep eating her up. So she needs to focus on that. Fix that, because the other girls are exuding beauty, class, and all of that. If you're ratchet, you're just ratchet, but the other girls are eating her up, honey. They're eating her up. But that's just my 2 cents on that. Let me know what you guys think, and we're going to talk some more in the comment section. Peace